Good evening. We're on here, all lined up. Scooch back. Good evening. I think I have a viewer. Welcome to Thursday Night Yoga. I'm Erika, and once again, we're meeting virtually instead of at the club, but we thank North Dodge Athletic Club for organizing this for us. I'll have you start by making sure you have any props that you'd like, and including blocks or a step stool, and perhaps a strap or a scarf, or you can use a belt or anything that's kind of a non-stretchy, preferably. It could be a TheraBand or something, but we'll do a little bit of chest openers, and you might want that. What else works well? A towel. Towel works well too. So as you find your space and your props and what you need, start settling into a comfortable seated position to start. Might be sitting on your block or a pillow, or might be cross-leg, or sitting maybe in hero's pose, where you're more on your calves, sitting your hips on your heels, and just coming into the space and your time here tonight with me. Roll the shoulders back. And of course, if you like some music, it's kind of hard for me to figure out the best way to play music through this, and so I go without, and I've kind of gotten used to it. So, but if you like some music in the background, you can certainly find some yourself. I see some interesting shadows being created. I have a kind of a dark room here. Just like your house, I'm sure that nothing is perfect, and it's certainly interesting to find so many spaces that are great for me to practice yoga, but seem a little too busy to have on camera. So we all adjust as we're adjusting to this kind of new way of life. Let's just come in here, start breathing deep, sending that breath all the way down into the lungs and into the belly. Expand the belly. Go ahead, nobody's looking, right? And then press it all the way out on the exhales. Maybe close your eyes. And start paying attention and coming into the breath. We mean coming into the breath, kind of paying attention to it, and it's often what we should be doing all the time to control our emotions and our thoughts. And let's just inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and up overhead. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center down. Just slowly warming up shoulders, connecting breath to movement. And exhale down. Again, inhale up. And exhale the hands down. Kind of symbolically connecting the breath and the mind and our hearts and the sides of the body. And then drop the hands to the sides. And gently interlace the fingers behind the hips, and maybe just a gentle chest opener, heart opener. Take some deep breaths. And if that's uncomfortable, just have your hands to the side. But if you can, just have those hands interlaced behind the hips, and drop the one ear to the shoulder. Say you're going my left first. Left ear to left shoulder, opening the right side of the neck. And roll the head forward, chin toward the chest. And relax the back of the neck. And then roll it over to the right ear to the right shoulder. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Don't worry, if this is going slow for you, we'll get moving. But it's really important to slow down. And roll that head back to the forward and over to the left. And then exhale, chin to chest and over to the right. Maybe inhaling as you come to the right. And then come back center, reset. And let's roll onto hands and knees, tabletop position. Making a neutral spine. You can't really see my neutral spine with my dark background here. But we're just placing the wrist directly below those shoulders, knees directly below the hips, and finding a neutral spine, neutral balance. And don't forget, through all of this practice, we're going to come back to those nice deep breaths that we started with. And we come into some cat-cows to start warming up the spine. So on an inhale, we send the belly toward the earth. Gaze goes up, hips go up. Really feel that spine moving. And then exhale, round the spine up toward the sky, and tuck the hips. And drop the head between the arms, pressing the earth away, making space between the shoulder blades. And then we inhale to cow, dropping the belly down, gaze goes slightly up, not crunching the neck, of course. And then exhale, cat, like a scaredy cat. Send that spine up to the sky. And continue at your pace, your breath. So you inhale to cow and exhale to cat. And maybe dipping down, exaggerating the movement, warming up the biceps and the triceps here. Again, inhale, another round, and we'll meet in neutral spine. In the neutral spine, and then let's send the hips back toward the heels, and widen the knees out to the side for child's pose, extended child's pose. So again, those knees are out to the sides of the mat. We bring the forehead to the mat, so our belly is kind of sinking down between the legs. Forehead comes to the mat, and the arms reach forward. This is extended child's pose. And starting to open up the back and the hips, nice and gentle. And maybe roll the forehead side to side. Giving a little massage and loosening up that neck again. lift up to tabletop. And we'll sweep the right arm to the side and up, kind of a twist, gentle twist to start, and then we're going to send that under the right arm under the left supporting arm, bringing the right shoulder to the mat for threading the needle. So those hips are still nice and high. We're stretching the shoulder. A little bit of a twist. Sink in your breath. And then come back up. And we'll switch sides. We plant the right hand and sweep the left arm up to the sky. And send that under the right arm, bringing the left shoulder to the mat and the left temple or cheek. And we're stretching the back of that left shoulder. The hips are still seeking the sky. Couple breaths. And then come back up to neutral. And we'll come into downward facing dog. So we tuck the toes and lift the hips up to the sky for an inverted V shape with the body. And we're looking for a long line all the way from the hips to the fingertips. And our legs our heels are seeking the earth, but the knees can be bent quite a bit here. We're focusing a little more on the long spine. And we'll drop that head between the arms. Just release the neck. Shake it yes and no. Spread the fingers and spread the toes. And the weight on our hands is going a little bit more toward the top of the palm, so where the fingertips connect with the palm. Trying to release a little less the weight off the wrists. When you do this a lot, you can notice quite a bit of wrist pain. And so it's important to understand the difference in the weight-bearing spread of the hand. And let's walk the hands forward, or the feet forward to the hands. And we'll hang here in forward fold. I like my feet quite, at least hip width apart. And the knees are bent quite a bit here. And we're just draping the torso, the chest over the thighs. And here is where a step stool or a block might feel really good here. And we're going to hang out here for a few breaths. So try to get comfortable. And this is actually a type of inversion. So there are lots of benefits to inversions. We're releasing pressure on the spine, of course, but also introducing new perspectives of the world. And as you hang out here and try to find a little comfort in this, I might introduce a theme tonight of new perspectives and being open to new perspectives. Okay, let's lift up halfway. So we have a flat back, and the hands can be on that block or on the mat, or maybe on the shins, or the thighs. So we're in a gaze pose, halfway lift. And take a deep breath. And we'll twist up to the right. So we'll sweep the right arm up to the sky. And the left leg bends. And bring that down and sweep the left arm up. Won't go backwards here for you. Oh good, I have some comments. I'll check that out. Hold here and breathe. And then fold forward again. Maybe exploring the extension of the legs. But again, thinking about a different perspective. Maybe look between those legs and see a photo or a painting or something that maybe you never looked at this in this perspective. And if you're listening to this later, today is June 4th, 2020, and we're just tiptoeing out of lockdown from COVID, and we're facing some really serious unrest with civil rights. And I think it's really important to remember that we can practice these physical exercises and incorporate mental exercises with it. So let's go ahead and roll on up. After that little preachy lesson, who do I have here? Oh, Shannon, hi. Thanks for joining. And we'll stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Spread those toes out and spread the weight between across the foot. All four corners of the feet, if you will. Open the palms to the front, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Stand tall, energy is extending up through the spine, up to the top of the head, up to the sky. And we'll just start warming up a little bit. So sweep the arms forward and sink into chair. Starting to warm the quads. Sink, weight is in the back of the heels of the feet. Just like if you lift it and lifting the toes, you should be able to lift the toes, I should say. And then forward fold. Inhale, roll up, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And sink to chair. Inhale, and exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And step back with the right foot. We're coming into warrior one. Drop the back heel about 45 degrees so the toes are facing 45 toward the top right corner of your mat or the room. And the hips are square to the front. We're sinking into the front leg, bending the knee nice and deep. Knee is directly above the ankle. Then the arms can sweep up once we get our base. And remember, we're going to not crunch that neck up, but we're going to release the shoulders. Send the shoulder blades back and down toward the hips. Warrior one. Okay, bring the hands down to the front. Step back to down dog. Couple breaths. Anytime we're in down dog, anytime you can do anything you want, but of course a good option here is that child's pose. Now let's bring the right foot forward between the hands, drop the back heel, and sweep up to warrior one. Again, we're sinking into the front leg, hips are square, and the back leg is nice and straight. We're trying to get it nice and straight. Of course, you might have a little bend, but the idea is pretty straight. Sweep the arms up, inhaling, reach up, and exhale, hands down, step back to down dog. Down dog. And walk the hands up, the feet up to the hands, and roll up. We'll go into some sun salutations. And if you know my sun salutations, we throw in the warrior ones. Basically, anytime we're stepping front or back to lunge, we're going to sweep up to warrior one if you like. So we're going to inhale. We'll go slow first. Inhale and sink into chair. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to step back with the right foot. Turn the heel down. Inhale up to warrior one. And exhale, lift the heel, pause, hands down front. Inhale, step the left foot back to plank. And of course you can do this on the knees. Let's just start the first round. We'll start on the knees and we'll lower all the way down to the mat, bringing the chest first. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest using the back muscles. And exhale, back to down dog. Bring the right foot forward, drop the back heel, sweep up warrior one. And exhale, hands down in front, lift the back heel, pause. Inhale, step that back foot forward into halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up to chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, bring the hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Other side. Sink to chair, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back with the left foot. Drop the heel. And sweep up to warrior one. And exhale, hands down, pause. You're in low lunge. Inhale, step back to plank. Stay on the toes or come down to the knees. And exhale, lower all the way down, chest leads. Inhale, just lift the chest to baby cobra. Feet are still on the mat. And then exhale, press back to down dog. And bring that front to the left foot forward. Drop the back heel. Sweep up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Pause, lift the back heel. Inhale, step that back foot forward. Forward fold. We're in halfway lift to start, and then we exhale to forward fold. Inhale, sweep up to chair. And exhale, stand tall. One more time each side. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Maybe a little faster this time, connecting the breath to the movement. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back left. Drop the heel. Sweep up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down, lift the back heel. Pause. Inhale, step that front leg back. Maybe float it, holding it high. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat or halfway chaturanga. Keeping those elbows tucked into those ribs. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Or the cobra, the baby cobra that we did. And then exhale to down dog. And let's see, I think we're leading with the right still. Bring the right foot forward, drop the back heel. Sweep up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Pause, low lunge. Inhale, step forward, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep to chair. Exhale, stand tall. Other side. Sink to chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back left. Drop the heel. Sweep up, inhaling to warrior one. Exhale, hands down in front, pause. Inhale, step the right foot back, maybe keep it lifted, float it. And exhale, lower down all the way or halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Bring our left foot forward. Drop the heel, drop the back heel, sweep up, inhaling to warrior one. And exhale, hands down, pause. Inhale, step the back foot forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, sweep the arms up, but sink into chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, stand tall. Reset here. Getting warm. Sweep the arms out to the sides, up to the sky. And exhale, fold. We'll add a little chest expansion here for heart openers. So it also goes along with opening perspectives in our brain, also opening our heart, our chest. So in forward fold, bring the hands to the hips, and you might want to grab your strap here. So we're going to do a little chest expansion. So you can hold, instead of clasping, gosh, sorry, got a little lost there. So either interlace the hands, interlace the fingers up on those hips. And just open the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Or you can use this strap to hold on, and maybe nice and wide. And maybe sending the hands up to the sky, up overhead. Opening the chest. So this I'm using the strap, and this I just have my fingers interlaced. And then hands down, roll up. Okay, sweep the arms up overhead and dive down. Swan dive, leading with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step back with the right foot. This time we're going to sweep up to warrior two. So we bring the right hand forward, bicep by the face, and sweep it up to that hand up to the sky, and then it comes back toward the back foot. Warrior two, our hips are to the side, so to the right for now, because our left arm is forward. Arms are front to back, right over the legs. Sink in. We're opening the hips. Back leg is long and strong. Back foot is at that 45 degrees, or maybe closer to parallel to the back of the mat. And the gaze goes over the front. And we're going to reach forward, bring the left hand up overhead for reverse warrior. Right hand rests on the back of the back leg, calf or thigh, or wraps around the front. Sink in, breathe. And then come to forward, shifting forward, bringing the left elbow to the left knee, toward the left knee, or reaching that all the way down. Right arm comes up overhead, and then bring the bicep by the ear for extended side angle. Lift back up, reverse warrior. And this time we're coming to warrior arm, straightening the front leg to triangle, Konasana pose. We have the straightened front leg, making a big triangle with those legs, and shifting the torso, chest forward, and rotating the arms to go up and down, straight up and down. Block is great here, even or a stool. So your left arm, your left hand is on the shin, the ankle, the foot, or maybe in front on a block. Right arm is straight up to the sky. And we're keeping the hips tucked under in line with the legs. Sweep up to warrior one, or two, excuse me, and cartwheel the hands down and step back to down dog. Let's go right into the other side. So we'll bring the right foot forward. Right foot forward between the hands, drop the back foot, either 45 or parallel to the mat. Sweep that left arm front, up and back, and find yourself in a nice solid warrior two. Kind of that weird angle here. That front knee is directly over the front ankle, and not coming toward the inner line of the body, but seeking the outside, the pinky toe side of that foot. Arms are front to back, sink in, keep breathing, and reach forward and send that right arm up to the sky and up overhead, drape it overhead. We're opening the right side of the body, sink into that front leg. Back arm rests on the back leg or wraps around to the crease of that front thigh. Ooh. And then we come into extended side angle, so our right elbow toward the right knee. Left arm is up to the sky and then straight overhead. So we're making the line all the way from the fingertips back to the back heel. Maybe reaching the front arm down in the inside of the leg. Oh, stretching those hips. Wow. Sweep up, reverse. And this time coming arms front to back, straightening the front leg, reach forward and rotate down to Konasana. triangle pose. Making 3 big triangles with the body. Ooh, hold here. Find your prop or your sweet spot, your sweet position today. Gaze goes up if it's comfortable for your neck. And then bend the front leg. Cartwheel the hands down, 2, and step back, down dog. I think I'm even here. Okay. Now if you want to stay here, rest in child's pose, or come with me on a little flow to plank and chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, and exhale to down dog. Are we warmed up yet? Let's bring the right foot forward between the hands. Plant the back heel, sweep up, warrior 2. Warrior 2 here, finding your base. And sweep to warrior 1. Actually, this is what I really wanted to do. Warrior 1. And open the chest. Warrior 1. So we're watching that knee. We're going to open the arms out to the side, opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together and back. And we're going to bring the arms in front and cross them, bringing the hands to the shoulders to first, or maybe wrapping the hands up to Garuda, eagle arms. That's when we're stacked on the elbows, the backs of the hands touch, or the insides, or the palms, or the fingers on the palms. Sink in here, and then release. Send the hands back. Might want to grab your strap here, because we're going to clasp the hands if you like. Interlace those fingers behind the hips. We're going to dive forward to the inside of the front leg to humble warrior. So here, if you've got your strap, this is a chest opener, and we're coming down, we're bowing on the inside of the front leg, but our legs are still in warrior 1 position, and we're maybe sending those hands up overhead. So the chest is on the inside of that front leg, not necessarily resting on it, but inside. Drop the head, release the neck. And then sweep up, warrior 1. Plant the hands in front, step back, down dog. Just go right into the other side. Bring that left foot forward. Plant the back heel, sweep up to warrior 1. I know we started a different way last time. Ooh, find your opening hips. Reach those arms out to the side. Open the chest. And then this time across, if you can remember, the opposite arm over. So we're coming into Garuda arms. Maybe wrap them up into those eagle arms. Lift here, opening the backs of those shoulder blades away from each other this time. Ooh, sink in. Release the arms, sweep them behind. Just hold on to, place the hands on those hips, or hold on your strap, or interlace the fingers and dive forward to humble warrior. Those hips are still facing the front, opening the chest. And guess what? We're in another inversion for our neck, so you can look around. See a different perspective. And then come on up. Reach up, warrior 1. And bring the hands down, step back down, dog. Stay here, flow. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Maybe even a little extra pump if you want to work on that. Inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Lift the right foot up to the sky, 3-leg dog. Bring that right foot forward between the hands. just reach up to lunge, high lunge. The back leg, back heel is lifted this time. But we're sinking into the front leg. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to just start sending that weight. We're coming into Warrior 3 from here, straight into it. Warrior 3, so we send the weight into the front leg. We're lifting the back leg to a T shape, making a T shape with the body. The hips are still square to the earth. Engage the left glute. Really stretch the foot back, flexing the foot, leading with the heel. Hands can be at heart center or maybe reaching forward, biceps by the ears. Ooh. And place the hands down and make a big triangle between with the hands and the foot. Open the left hip up to the sky. We're opening to half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Again, here your blocks are good, are awesome actually, they're really handy. Make sure that right hand is over to the side enough where you have a nice stability. And then we lift the left hand up to the sky. So we're stacking the shoulders and the arms and the hips. And bring that hand down. And gently bring the left foot back. And lift up to high lunge. And bring the hands down. Step back, down dog. Again, we're going to go right into the other side. Bring the left foot forward. Come up, high lunge. Back leg is long and strong. Heel is lifted. Lift the arms. Drop the shoulders. And you know where we're going from here. We're going to just dive into Warrior 3. So have your blocks handy, and just try it out. Maybe just a little. You might not want to lift the back leg entirely, and that's fine. But we're trying to get to a T shape again, lifting out of that supporting leg, standing leg, not sinking down into the hip. Who else do we have here? Oh, hi Sarah too. Okay, engage that right glute. Stretch through the heel. And then place the hands down, making a nice wide triangle with the foot and the hands. So you have a nice base. And we're going to open up to Ardha Chandrasana here. Blocks are great. Can you see this? Blocks are great. And we'll slowly start lifting the right hand, maybe brushing the right hip, guiding that right hip open. Right hand goes up to the sky. Half moon. Balancing. We're steady and balanced here, right? Okay. Come back to Warrior 3 here, just for a moment. Bring the hands down. And this time, we're coming down to cow face legs, or cow face pose. So bring the right foot, or bend the right knee, bring it down toward, right behind the left knee, the left leg. And we're coming onto the knees. Send those feet out to the sides. So we're crossed here. Our knees are kind of stacked. And then we roll back. And suddenly we're in nice cow face legs. If you don't like that, the way we come into that is just fine. Next time you could come into it a different way. We're going to do cow face arms as well with this. So I need my strap. So let's see here, I got the left leg up, so the right arm will be up. So we reach the right arm up, maybe holding the strap or your scarf or your belt. And we bend the elbow, just kind of like stretching like you would, stretching some triceps. And we drop that hand to come toward the base of the neck. And then the left arm comes behind and maybe holds on anywhere along that strap. Just find your spot. So we're trying, the idea is that our knees are kind of stacked, one on top of the other. The feet are out to the side. And our shoulders, we're giving a nice, really intense shoulder stretch here. So certainly take your time with this. And of course, if your fingertips come together and you can clasp your fingertips like that, that's awesome. I just know that I cannot today. Sometimes I can. And sometimes I probably did and I shouldn't have. Just find a tall spine here. Chin is parallel to the earth. So you're trying to lift up. Try to release those hips. I just found myself really holding them a little too much. So try to release. So where this is the outside of the hip sort of stretch. Keep breathing. Okay, let's release. You know, at this time we'll just, we'll roll forward to tabletop, and we'll come into cow face this way. So we lift the left leg, send it behind the right knee. Knee is right behind the right knee, tucked right in. Sweep those toes out to the side and roll back onto the hips. Or find your way to your own cow face legs. Find your tall spine first. Get those legs nice and settled where you're comfortable. So the right knee is high, so our left arm will be high. So lift it up, bicep by the ear, bend the elbow, bring the hand to the base of the neck, and maybe give a little stretch if you like. Sometimes it kind of feels good to start. Reach that right arm behind so the back of the hand is touching your back and the palm is out away from you. And hold on to the strap wherever is comfortable. Come back into the breath and the space. I know some people are like, what? Just do the best you can. Lift the spine. Energy is lifting out of the crown of the head. The chin is parallel to the mat. So we're not really looking down, we're not crunching, we're lifting. Keep breathing. Think about anything you're holding on to here. I just found again that I was holding my hips a little too tight. If you can just breathe into that and release it. Try it. Okay, release. Send that out to the side. There's the strap, get it out of the way. Oh man, thought I was going to be nice and cool tonight, but I'm not. Let's send those feet out front, straight out front. Nice long legs. Tall spine, maybe lift up a little bit with the hands. And we'll do a twist here. Bend the right knee, bring the foot toward the body. Cross it over if you like, you don't have to do that. Another step here is to bend the left knee, send the left heel under the right glute. And we're going to twist to the right. So reach that left arm forward and just give your knee a nice big hug toward the chest. right arm reaches behind, opening this outside of the hip, right hip. Right shoulder opens to the back, and the gaze goes behind. Using the right hand as maybe a little prop or a kickstand to really extend the spine. Keep breathing. And come to the front. Send the legs out long. And we'll go to the other side. Bend the left knee. Left foot in. Cross it over if you like. Maybe bend the right knee. Send the right heel under the left glute. And reach the right arm forward and around, giving yourself a nice tight hug here. Giving your knee a hug into the chest. The knee is really tucked into that elbow. Left arm reaches behind, and the gaze follows. Open the left shoulder up. Press up behind you to really open the chest, sending the energy up through the spine. If you can look toward the back, it does includes the full spine then. We have a full spinal twist if we have the neck involved, right? The cervical spine. A couple deep breaths. And come forward. And bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, a butterfly pose. So we have like a diamond shape from the heels to the inner thighs here. And we'll try to open up the feet a little bit so we can send those knees out to the side. Find your tall spine first. Sit tall. Kind of hold onto the outside of the feet, toward the pinky toes sides of the feet. But we don't have to crunch these feet together. Kind of trying to open up. And then we'll lean forward on an exhale, maybe pressing the knees open with the elbows. Once you find a spot here, then drop the head to release the neck. Deep breaths. Release the back of the neck. And then come on up. Send those feet long in front. And we're going to come into a reverse plank. So we have the hands behind us. One more heart opener here, chest opener. So the hands are behind us. Walk them back. The fingertips are facing toward the hips. And find a spot here. Probably don't want them too wide. My feet are hips width apart. And then we'll just start to make the bridge with the whole body for and lifting the hips. I decide in this, but you can drop your head back and even send those hips up enough to make the soles of the feet on the mat. Ooh, so it's a good glute exercise, right? And a shoulder opener. Okay, let's roll down. It's a really uncomfortable position for me, right? And let's fold forward in a seated position. So we'll lift up first, reach up, and then fold forward, sending those hands down toward the feet. And do not have to go that far at all. Hands can be toward the shins, the outside of the calves, ankles, toes, or held right onto the bottoms of the feet. Stretching the back of the lower back. If you want more, you can use your block. Put it on the bottoms of the feet and hold on there. And once you find a good spot with the long spine, and then drop the head and release the back of the neck. Breathing into any tension. I'll tell you, I think a lot of my tension is a lot of conflict, inner conflict, trying to make sense of all this madness. Come on up, and I do want to spend some time in inversions, like a nice to end our practice here. So roll on down, all the way down to your back. And we'll start with legs up the wall. Now you can do this at a wall, or you can hold onto your strap, and also you can elevate the hips with your block or a pillow to help kind of keep the legs comfortably elevated. If you're not next to a wall, a strap or a scarf helps here. You just hold it on the bottom of the feet, and then hold anywhere along the strap you would like. And of course you probably know that the next step here, if you would like to go beyond this, but it's really, really relaxing. You can lift up into a supported shoulder stand, if that is in your practice. Or if there's any other inversion that you would like to practice, perhaps a full supported headstand or handstand. I'll come into shoulder stand here. Whatever you do not look side to side in this, but as you probably know, you're trying to put the weight on the shoulders, and we're really making a nice base with the triceps. So we bend the knee, bend the elbows. Hands are holding the backs of the hips, and those feet are up to the sky. This is an intense back of the neck stretch. Some people like to use extra padding under the arms, so your head kind of has somewhere to go, like a little lower than your shoulders. For me, that doesn't work. I haven't found it to be beneficial, but I do have a strange neck. So if you like this, or if you want to send those toes behind to plow pose, there the hands can go stretch out. So there are, as I started to say in the beginning, there are physiological benefits of these inversions, talking about the pressure of the flow of blood, and helping the lymph node, the lymph system drain, and all these things. But there's also like a psychological benefit of these different perspectives. And inversions help us with that. And if you were in plow pose, you can open the knees to the sides of the head by the ears for dead man pose. So your knees actually kind of almost seek. They can come down to the mat. Mine don't, of course. You know what? I don't like that name. I'm sorry I used that pose name. Come up with something else. And let's just find ourselves back all the way down on the mat. Come back into our less intense poses. Let's see, did we miss anything here? Maybe just a good hug of each knee into the chest before we end. We did quite a bit of twisting, so we won't do that, but hug the left knee into the chest, really, really hugging it in. And switch legs, whichever leg you started. Really hug it nice and tight, giving those internal organs a massage. And move around the knee a little bit. And how about happy baby? We bend the legs, bend the knees into the triceps. And we hold on to the outside of the foot or the big toe. Pull those knees nice and tight down toward the earth. Roll side to side. Oh gosh, low battery mode I gotta get in. Okay, and then stretch out long for a Shavasana. I know it's hard to really relax in Shavasana at home, but let's just give it a try. Send the arms and legs out. Let the feet flop open to the sides. Open up the arms to the sides, palms up to the sky. Tuck the shoulder blades under the chest toward each other. Opening up the chest. Finding your comfortable space. Maybe lifting if you like your knees bent and open to the side, or they can be touching and the feet out to the sides of the mat if you prefer that. That feels better on your back. That could be better. And just release into the earth. Let all the energy that we created circulate through the crown of the head, down the body, down to the fingers and the toes. And circulate back up to the heart. And then start coming back into the moment. Take some deeper breaths. Roll onto a side. Tuck into your fetal position. And then slowly make your way up to a seated position for a quick reflection. Be seated again, cross-leg on a pillow, on block, or in hero's pose. Bring the hands to the heart center, resting the thumbs on the chest, palms together as a symbol of gratitude and connection. So hopefully we've made a little space in our bodies and our minds and our hearts tonight to accept all perspectives of the world, and and that we can have the ability to share that wisdom with the world and the people around us. The light in me bows to the light in all of you. Namaste. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us tonight. Let's see, we've got the rest of the week. I think there's a pump tomorrow, Friday, and grit and yoga on Saturday. I think they're at 8:30 and 9:30. And I'm back with you on Saturday for yoga. And then I think that we are starting toward the middle of the month, maybe possibly. Keep an eye on the gym site for when we start up the live in-person classes. We're not quite sure quite yet, I don't believe. So, but we'll see you all soon in person. Have a great night.